Hello, another day, another show. Uh, Sunday evening. So let's try and make it a little interesting. There was a very famous advertising campaign uh, done for a detergent brand. Uh, it was done by the agency that I used to work for, so I know a little bit about that campaign. Dagache. Dagache was a global campaign, so dirt is good. It became very big. It was huge. It was fantastic. It was based on a fantastic insight. The insight was that whatever is the dirt, if you use surf or if you use a detergent powder, yeah, surf, uh, it washes it away. A great insight, fabulous insight. Therefore, the whole thought was that dirt is not your enemy, it's your friend. Uh, and it encouraged children to play. But this is good for advertising. Dirt, अच्छे in life doesn't work because finally your whole life is about building a reputation for yourself. Look at some of the big names. Uh, I'm talking about names that we deal with day in and day out. Uh, we all remember the great English empire, Dickie Bird, respected, higher integrity. Dickie's decisions were never questioned. Uh, Dickie was huge. There were Dickie Bird. Uh, there are names I can go on giving of people who built their life. Roger Federer, impeccable reputation, impeccable. Meaning till they go to the grave, that reputation is going to stay with them. Uh, you look at this Abdul Kalam. I'm trying to give you very few names so that I'm very crystal in terms of what the point I'm going to make. Uh, when you go to your grave, the only thing that you carry with you is your reputation, is what you stood for in life, is what people know you for and know you about. Especially from the world I come from. From the world I come from, for whatever reasons, finally we sell an intangible, we sell an idea. And the client looks at your eyes and checks how committed you are to that idea. If you are not committed to the idea, the client will never buy it. It's huge amount of integrity, commitment, because on any basic national campaign, a client spends 40, 50, 100 crores. He doesn't want to drain that money unless he's convinced that people who are creating it are convinced about it. So our reputation becomes very important. What we sell, how we sell, who we sell with, and stuff like that. Like advertising, there are certain professionals in this world that have very high order respect and very high order sense of uh, responsibility. That job comes with that. It's you don't have an option. Take surgeons for instance. Why would you want to put yourself under a knife unless you trust a surgeon, a journalist? I mean, a journalist is such a big job. People take it very lightly. People take it very easily. I do a show, but I'm never a journalist because a journalist is a completely deep-rooted human being. I know a few of them. I know them extremely well. They get into subjects. They are neutral. They take a call on what is right and wrong. Uh, yeah, it's a very pious, holy space to be in. Ravish Kumar, I saw his documentary, and you realize what the man has been through, and you realize why is he such a respected journalist. People look up to him, people adore him, people respect him. Why? Because he stood by his values. Why am I saying all this? I stopped watching television news. I stopped watching television news. I think about 2 years back or 3 years back, because I can't deal with it. It is too much for my little pigeon brain to deal with. So I just said avoid it, and I avoided it completely. But over the last 2 3 days, uh, I've been getting these Twitter feeds and reels where these 14 journalists who've been boycotted by the opposition parties are raving and ranting on prime time. And language is bad. They're extremely condescending. They are very, very, you can make out they're very, very hurt. It's quite obvious by their body language, by their tone, by the kind of language they're using. They are really, really angry with what has happened to them. Now, my view is that, okay, this has happened. But the implication of this is even worse. And a lot of people will not realize. It's like when Manmohan Singh left the government in 2014, he said, "Time will judge me." Yeah, and today time is judging him. Time is saying that what he did for us was much better than anyone else who's done for us. So time is a fantastic, uh, is a fantastic picture. It comes back to you. These 14 journalists who've been boycotted by the opposition parties uh, should ask themselves why are they in that place. There's no point raving and ranting. Why are they in that place? Why a coalition of 10, 15 parties got together and decided to boycott them? There must be a reason. There must be a damn good reason. There's no point uh, raving and ranting on prime time because, I mean, everyone gets it. Nobody's stupid. Nobody's foolish. Uh, but this whole stigma that you've been boycotted by a regime is not going to go away. It's going to stay with you, and it's going to stay with you for a very, very long time. It's going to stay with you in your professional life. It's going to stay with you in your personal life. Uh, it may not hurt you today, but it will hurt you as you go along. I have seen so many of these cases. Arrogant bosses who, for the moment, throw their weight around, but have tanked so quickly because the system just rejects it. I think instead of raving and ranting, find a midpoint, find a solution, each one of you. And this is my piece of advice to you guys because I'm a marketing guy. Instead of raving and ranting, find a piece of differentiator that you can create for yourself and get out of this mess. Because the more you labor this point, the deeper you dig yourself into. And the more deeper you dig yourself into, the chances of you coming out as a journalist are going to be extremely difficult. You don't want to be known for the rest of your life as a journalist who was a uh, favored spokesperson of a regime. You don't want to be known as that way. No decent journalist would like to be known that way. So fix it. It's not difficult. You have time. Nobody boycotts anyone for life. Uh, Two good moves and you're back in the game. Yeah, and it's like a sportsman. You have a bad phase. You manage it and you come out of it. You live in denial, then you will remain a flop sportsman all your life. But good sports people acknowledge their shortcomings, fix it, and get on with life. Uh, I mean, dirt is good in advertising for a product. Dirt is not good for reputation. Uh, so I don't think so. You should get stuck with that kind of a reputation. Uh, you're good people. A lot of us follow you people. Used to follow you all on prime time. But it's okay. You will come out of it. Uh, yeah, a lot of us come out of it. A lot of us have had our share of professional crisis. But we find a midpoint and we get out of it. Get out of it. Find a midpoint. The more you rave and rant, the more it's going to bite you. And the lesser you rave and rant, the lesser it's going to bite you. And I have seen life. I have seen people peak and I've seen people fall. It is a natural process. So you will go down. There's no point believing that you're indispensable. And finally, I doubt you'll ever have friends when you're down. So make the best of it as long as you have that platform. Fix it and yeah, reclaim your life. It's as simple as that. Uh, yeah, reclaim your life. Enjoy yourself. Uh, yeah, I do a bit for these 14 boycotted journalists. I don't know them. I used to watch a few of them. I don't watch any of them now. But I do keep getting reels and Twitter updates. And I just think they're very angry with what's happened to them by their tone and their manner. It's not helping them. Uh, yeah, tone down, fix it and get out. Your car is broken, your car can be fixed. Uh, Friends are not for life. Uh, Enemies are not for life. Figure out your life and get back. My two bit for Sunday evening. Since it's a very sensitive subject, I don't want to dwell too much on it. But yeah, I had to make a little point about it. Yeah, thank you. Have a lovely evening. See you soon. See you next week. Yeah. Good night.